Hey you, it's Elle from lcs.blogspot.com. Now I don't know about y'all, but getting your hair done, getting a blowout is like one of my favorite things in the world to do. I love it. I will sit there patiently for hours, but I definitely don't have the time and I don't have the money to do that every single day. So for those times when I kind of want to mimic that, I rely on these techniques in today's How To Tuesday of how to get a basic blowout at home. Okay, so I have washed and conditioned my hair, and then I used the wet brush, which is from thewetbrush.com, to comb through my hair and get rid of any tangles. Next, I applied Ready Set Blow from the Blow Pro, and I got this from Ulta.com. And since this doesn't have heat protectant in it, I applied some heat protectant, and this is from GHD. So since my hair is frizzy on the sides and it's naturally wavy in the back, I wanted to use something that's going to straighten it a little bit, but you use whatever tools and whatever products are going to work for the desired result that you're looking for. My first little tip or little secret here is to make sure that your hair is about 70 to 80% dry. And we want to do that because it's less time that you have to spend blow drying your hair and being under all that heat, and it's less time that your hair is exposed to heat. So that's the magic number, around 70 to 80%. So what I'm going to do now is take my thumbs up, go around my earlobe section and pull that hair up. So I'm going to have some hair at the bottom and then twist it and fasten it with a clip. I'm going to take that hair at the bottom and divide it in half by bringing it to the front. And you'll notice I'm not going to have a lot of hair here. And that's my second tip. Whenever you get your hair done, the blowout, they use like these big sections and they're doing it really fast. It's because they have done this for ages. So for us, we want to work with these smaller sections because, again, it allows our hair to dry faster, and it's just so much easier to work with something in a smaller section as opposed to like this big mass of hair. To be able to dry our hair, I'm going to use this large round brush that I got from Ulta. And I'll talk at the end under my little tips and tricks section about what brush could work for you. But I have long hair, as you can see, so this is going to work for me. It's going to give me some volume at the roots as well as to allow some curl at the bottom. And for my heat tool, I'm using this John Frieda hair dryer. And this comes with a diffuser nozzle, and it also comes with this nozzle, and this is very important. This is my next tip. We need to have this on there. I know most of us just throw them away once we get the hair dryer, but you need to have this because it helps to direct the heat. So this has your hot, warm, and cool settings. It has high, low, and off. Just a wonderful basic hair dryer. So since we are beginners here, my next tip is to practice with the hair dryer off as well as the brush. So you can decide which hand works better with the hair dryer, which hand works better than the brush. You can try switching them off. Maybe it depends on the side of hair that you're working on. So try that out with the hair dryer off. If I'm not working on a section or I've already dried that section, I'll usually just clip it like this just to kind of get it out of the way to make sure that I'm not getting any other hair heated except for the section that I'm working with. Then put this around the middle of the hair. We want to keep the hair dryer nozzle pointed down as we slowly are rotating the brush through the hair. And then we're going to go through at the end, and you can just, like I said, curl it, or you can slowly twist it out like that. So now we're going to try it with the hair dryer on, and I'm going to be on hot and high. And remember, I'm pulling this with some tautness to it so that way it will stay in the hairbrush. So we're going on hot and high here. That curl at the end, I usually do this the second pass through. I'll take my hair dryer and go through like I normally would, and then once I get to the end like this, I'll just keep turning and turning and turning, making sure that I'm moving the brush, and then let go of it, and then you'll have the curl at the bottom. Or what you can do is put your hair in there and go all the way to the bottom like you would before. I'm just zooming through this so you can see. And then what I'll do is, once I get to the bottom, I'll kind of remove the hair dryer and twist it and release. And that helps to get some curl into it as well. And then when I'm finished, I'm just going to take this piece of hair, put it behind, and continue with the next piece. Okay, so we started around here, then we moved up to here, and now I'm about at this section. And you'll notice as we get more into it, your sections could be bigger. Resist the urge to go ahead and blow dry this big hunk of hair. Again, you want to take it and make it into a smaller section. Remember to hold it at the top for a few seconds so you can get that volume. Let that air flow down as we slowly twist. We have the last section, so I'm just going to go ahead and clip the rest of my hair back that's already been dried. I'm going to take my brush, put it at the top, focus that heat pointing down, give it some volume. You can move it up if you want more volume. Slowly rotate. And I'm just going to keep rotating slowly and turning. And that's the last piece. So that's what it should look like when it's finished. This took me about 15 minutes to do. Don't forget to use the correct products that are going to work for the desired result that you're looking for. Make sure you are waiting till your hair is 70 to 80% dry. That will help to eliminate a lot of the heat that you have to deal with. Barking dog, not included. Be sure to use a hairdryer that has a nozzle attachment. That's why I like this one from John Frieda, because it's really, really large. It goes the length of the brush. Speaking of sections, small sections are the way to go. So whereas your hairstylist might use something that is this long of a section, you want to go half of that, maybe even a third. Once you have finished with a dried section, I like to put it behind my back and clip it all together, so that way I'm not redrying the same section over and over again, and that way it's not getting tangled up with the section that I'm trying to work on. Start with your bangs first. Then as you divide your hair, you want to start with the bottom of your ears, that first section, do this half, do that half, then I do the tops of my ears, and then I do whatever's left up here and on the sides. The brush is the thing. Use the size barrel that is going to work for you. So I am using a large barrel because for volume and for larger curl. Make sure you're using the right brush for the hairstyle that you're going for. If you want long and sleek and straight, you don't want to use a flat iron and you don't want any curl to it at all, I suggest a brush like this from Sally Beauty. You would use this just like you would a flat iron, except you're going to direct that heat and move it all the way down. So those are the tips and tricks that I use to get a blowout at home. As always, thank you so much for watching this, giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. As always, have a great day, be safe, behave, and be well. Lavelle.